You were quick to answer the summons. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to the halls of justice.
This is a mistake, Fentic. We know nothing about this whelp. How can you so blindly trust them?
Tisher, please. Prick showed great promise throughout his training at the academy, and has done even more in the week since the attack. Rarely has a recruit shown such potential after a short training period. If we are to have any hope of finding a cure for the Wailing Death, we need people like Prick in the service of Neverwinter. I'll only serve if I'm well paid, Fenwick. Such callous disregard for the suffering of others. Is this the kind of mercenary we want working for us, Fenwick? There's nothing wrong with wanting to earn one's fortune in the world. Tisher, rest assured, Prick, you will be well rewarded for your efforts. Please, Prick, you must forgive Tisher. The plague takes a heavy toll on us all. Toll made even greater in the past weeks by the attack on the Academy and the loss of the cure. Tisher had better watch his mouth or he might lose some teeth. You do not understand. The true horror of the Wailing Death had yet to be felt within the Academy walls. The quarantine of Neverwinter has done little to halt the spread of the Wailing Death. Bonfires burn night and day as the city watch disposes of the dead, yet the corpses are piled ever higher. It's all we can do to contain the chaos and maintain order within the various city districts. Rumors run rampant and the citizens are on the verge of panic. Rumors. Because the plague cannot be cured by the priests and clerics of the city, some claim it is an unnatural thing sent by an unknown enemy bent on destroying Neverwinter. The attack on the Academy in these past weeks will only make things worse, Fenwick. Once people learn how Arabeth lost the cure through her lack of faith. Tisher, I will not have you question the faith of my true love. Arabeth believed the Academy to be a safe haven. Anyway, it is not our place to even discuss such things. My Lady Arabeth is in charge, appointed by Lord Nasher himself to stop the Wailing Death. You must talk to her as soon as possible. I'll go talk to Arabeth at once. Lady Arabeth awaits you in the chamber beyond the north door. There she works tirelessly to put an end to the plague that ravages Neverwinter. Go with the blessing of Tyr upon you.
Listen to me here. I must speak with you. Welcome to you. I regret I did not get a chance to introduce myself properly to you while you were training at the Academy. I am Lady Arabeth de Tilmarand, Paladin in the service of Tyr, and the right hand of Nasher Alagondar, Lord of Neverwinter. I have been waiting for you.
I came as quickly as I could, Lady Arabeth.
I have been following your progress since your early training at the Academy. Neverwinter has need of one like you if we are to survive the Wailing Death. The attack on the Academy doused the one faint spark of hope the city had. I need you to help recover that which we have lost.
I'll help? No. I'll help for a price.
I promise your reward for this task will be well worth your efforts. There are many rumors about the plague, but if you are to aid me in this, it is important you know the truth about the Wailing Death. Our divine healers can do nothing to help those afflicted by the Wailing Death, and even our most powerful magic cannot raise those who succumb to the illness. But a short time ago, we had word that Kelvin Blackstaff Arunson, the famous Archmage of Waterdeep, had discovered a potential cure, one that might be concocted from the essence of 4 rare and magical creatures.
What became of these creatures?
Under great secrecy, the 4 creatures were gathered in Waterdeep, then sent here to Neverwinter. As strange a menagerie as any has ever set eyes on. A cockatrice, an intellect devourer, a yonti, and a dryad.
Cockatrice is basically a rooster that can turn people to stone. Intellect Devourer, I have no idea really. It's some kind of, I guess, a dog type creature. Instead of a head, it just has a brain, and it's evil. But I'm not quite sure what it is. Yonti is a humanoid, sort of a snake type humanoid. If you think like a normal human with some kind of snake-like features, that would be pretty much a Yanti. Dryad is a Dryad.
I ordered them sent to the Academy, Neverwinter's renowned training institution for adventurers of every ilk. I once studied there myself, and I thought the instructors and students were loyal to Lord Nasher.
So you think someone within the Academy betrayed you?
The Academy may have been betrayed from within, or perhaps I simply put too much faith in the instructors, students, and staff to keep this news secret, as Desta claims. You were there. You saw the slaughter. The attack caught us unprepared. You are one of only a handful of survivors from the carnage of the Academy. Fenthic and Desta arrived with reinforcements, but during the confusion of battle, the Waterdavian creatures disappeared into the streets of Neverwinter, and our hopes of a cure vanished with them.
I know, I was there. Let me guess, you want me to get those creatures back?
Your task in this is twofold. First, find the Waterdavian creatures and bring them back to me, at any cost. We need to harvest components from these creatures if we are to concoct a cure for the Wailing Death. This is your most important duty. Second, we must discover who was behind the attack on the Academy. Any evidence you uncover in this matter should be brought to Fenthic. He is the one assigned the task of unmasking our hidden enemy.
Oh. I don't want to argue with her about this, so I'll do as you command, Lady Aribeth.
I ask for your discretion in this matter. News of the attack and strange creatures roaming the city will only add to the panic and chaos already in the streets.
Excellent.
To aid you in your task, I will give you this Stone of Recall. You will find it to be a valuable tool in your quest.
It's basically a free teleportation to this temple. If you want to go back where you came from, you have to pay a fee.
You can activate the Stone of Recall at any time, and it will instantly teleport you and anyone in your service back here to the Temple of Tyr. Anytime you go through the teleportation portal in Tyr's temple, it will instantly send you and any companions back to the place your stone was last activated. There is little else I can tell you about this mission. Whenever you need provisions, come speak to me again, and I can sell them to you through the store here at Tyr's temple. Take this gold so you can buy the necessary supplies for your mission. Remember to stock up on healing potions before you go. They will be critical to your survival.
I'll begin my search at once.
You might want to seek someone to accompany you in your mission. There are a number of mercenaries for hire at the Trade of Blades, located in the city core. A good place to begin your search for the missing creatures might be the Peninsula District. There have been several eyewitness accounts of strange beasts in the area. Farewell. May Tyr guide your steps.
Yep. Hiring a companion is not a bad idea. There's a divining pool here. I think that's if you basically lose plot relevant items, they get transported to the divining pool, so you can find them there later. So there's 4 ingredients we have to find somewhere. Naturally, there are about 4 areas in here in the first chapter where we have to go, and everyone contains an item. It's like it's actually one of the features that sort of adds to the generic feel of the original campaign, because almost every chapter you have to do the same thing. There's a few, usually 3 to 4 things that you're missing, and you have to go and search for them in those 3 and 4 different places. And you have to do that in this chapter, you have to do that in the next chapter, and you have to do it in the chapter after that, I'm pretty sure. So it just adds to the feel that it's like every chapter is just a couple of fetch quests divided into smaller portions, instead of having a plot for you to follow and make progress in.
Greetings of the even-handed to you. Welcome to the House of Tyr. I am Reverend Judge Olef Uskar, in service of the maimed god.
My name is Prick. I have some questions for you. I am bound by Tyr to serve as long as the cause is just. But mind your tone. Disrespect is not tolerated in this place. You offer something. The temple services available are from Aribeth. She has stepped in to assist us because, well, we have suffered our own losses to the plague. So what's your position here? We administer to the plague sufferers. Previously we were working on artifact recovery, which may be even more important now. It is really a matter that would only concern someone more spiritually minded. I don't think you are the type. No offense, man. Let's try persuasion. Perhaps I was too quick to judge. You seem sincere enough. You may be able to understand why this is so important. In the weeks before the plague, we uncovered the tomb of Miaslaznia Fairblade. She traveled widely with Halueth Never, founder of Neverwinter. This was a great discovery and gave clues to the whereabouts of the founder's resting place. That would have been a great discovery indeed. The plague undoubtedly complicated things. Yes, it did. It is very unfortunate because pursuing these tombs becomes all the more important with the city in crisis as it is. People are scared, and the lack of progress on a cure has diminished their hopes. A find like this would buoy their spirits. There is also a chance that powerful artifacts could be found alongside Halueth Never's remains, though I would not rest my hopes on that. I'll help you find these tombs. I welcome your aid in this matter. You couldn't have arrived at a more fortuitous time. Here, take this letter with my seal. It signifies that you act with my sanction. Take it to Briley in the Peninsula District, and he will aid you. He guards the one tomb already found. It's in the basement of a house in the east side of the Peninsula District. Return to me if you find anything, and I will reward you. Sounds good to me. There are certain quests that are class restricted, so we can't get everything.
Welcome. Do you have...
Also can't use spells unless we multi-class into something, and I don't think I will, so let's well get rid of all this trash immediately. It gives us 1000 gold. Not bad at all. Okay, what does the letter from Olaf says? This letter bears the seal of Reverend Judge Olaf Uskar and indicates that the bearer is in his service. This letter is to be presented to Briley, a young cleric guarding a tomb in the Peninsula District. That's our first henchman, Tommy Undergallows, if we want to hire one. I think having a companion affects how much experience points you're gonna get, but I'm not sure if it's a negative or a positive influence. It also makes things a lot faster and easier to play through, so... I don't want to talk to you, lady. Nyatar.
Greetings. Blessings of the Earth Mother Shontia and the Tree Father Sylvanus upon you. I am Nyatar, in the service of nature.
I'm Prickilla. I have some questions. I will assist you if I can, but mind your tone in the presence of nature. I favor balance in all things, including with those people I must associate with. Is there a place for nature in the heart of this city? Nature's place is everywhere. It is the city that has encroached upon her. I work for balance, but I will not parade my methods for you to mark. What's your position here? I see to it the city does not tip too far from balance. That concerns for natural elements are kept a priority. It's not easy in these times. You would not understand. Only a brother in nature would fully appreciate what needs to be done, how vital my task is. I might still be able to help. Now, while I appreciate your offer, this would be best left to someone more inclined to understand balance. This can be... I don't like this dialogue system, I mean persuasion system, because I feel it's basically sort of random. This dice roll and your skills will be added to that and you'll see if you succeed. There should be a skill check, and if you have that skill you should succeed. If you don't, you don't. The problem with this system is exactly, even with good skills you can still fail. It's a dialogue loop, so we can keep retrying until we succeed. Yeah. So it just isn't good. Perhaps I was too quick to judge. You seem sincere enough. You may be able to understand why this is so important. Many people are falling to plague, but animals suffer as well. They suffer in cages in a Black Lake District Lodge. There's a zoo in Neverwinter. It is operated by a hunter and his noble entourage. It is not clean, it is not compassionate, and it is not right. The animals within are mistreated. This zoo seems small next to the plague. Your attitude is the majority. I was working to have it closed, but the plague has delayed that indefinitely. The officials I spoke with are among the plague dead. It has given the zoo a reprieve. They know the law was turning against them, but now they have time to cover their actions. I fear the animals will simply be killed and made into trophies. All creatures deserve charity. This bear, panther, wolf and lion, all four should be rescued. I'll help you free these animals. I was hoping you would say that. Let me give you a few things to help in your task. I have thought long about what is required. This key will grant you access to the zoo. My animal companion found it and I made copies. Guards may try to stop you, but doors will not. This is a transport via plant scroll. Use it on the large tree near the zoo, and any of the animals you lead there will be teleported here. And take this scented fetish. It will let you speak to the animals with the skill of a druid or a ranger. Please lead the animals to the large tree and free them. Quest. We can go to Beggar's Nest, which is the slum. Peninsula District, which is a district, and I think there's a prison there. Docks, which is ruled by thieves. Black Lake District, which is the noble district. Each one will have one play component.
Hello?
30,000 for a belt. We have 1,000. 2,200 for a full plate armor. Okay. There's one thing we can do to sort of cheat to get more money. It's not actually a cheat. It's taking advantage of the fact that some random loot in this game is level scale. It's most notable at the start of the game, because I think we basically go through random containers at this level. We'll get shit out of them, and I do mean terrible loot. But if we do the loot after we've leveled up a little, the loot will first turn decent, and if we do it pretty much as the last thing we'll do in this chapter, it'll be decent. The difference is,
Hello?
we might be able to afford at least one of these more expensive medical items that cost like 30,000. If we just loot everything now, the value of the loot is basically nothing. It's not all that useful, as in it has no real function for us, and it has no value. So there's no point really looting it in the first place. So I'm thinking of doing that. We'll see.
Hello?
I want to ask you some questions. I'm just a merchant. What is it you want me to say? I am looking for premium equipment. Not sure what you're after. My stock is the best you'll find for honest coin. You look like you really know your way around a weapon. Maybe. Yeah, what the hell. I got something special for you. Take this ward stone. It will get you into the back room. There, that's where Marek makes the good stuff. He'll take care of you. If you're not a fighter of some sort, I think you have to try to convince him to give you this token. We basically just want one thing from this guy. By the hells, there got be let into worse trouble in here. What do you want from Marek? What? Want you to make an item for me. Just place one component item and one magical weapon or suit of armor on the forge and I'll help you out. If the forge isn't full, like now, I can't really do my thing now, can I? If you want, I can look through your inventory and backpack to see if you have anything I can combine into a powerful weapon or suit of armor. Is there anything in particular you want me to look for? No, we basically want him to give us a book that gives us the recipes. What kind of things would component items be? Well, I need stuff like adamantine or ironwood or diamonds, dragonblood, fairy dust, the holy water, gargoyle skulls, and then adamantine. Then I take a magic version of the item you want made and combine the things to make something different. Do you have examples? Give me some idea what you need. I suppose. Don't like tipping my hand all that much, but I can't sell it if you don't know about it. Here, take a copy of this book. It's got all you need to know. Ah, for God's sakes. Recipes of the Forge. So it's a long book. It's fairly simple. Armors and axes. Example recipe. Chromatic breastplate. Requires a diamond and a suit of magical armor of total of armor class 6. That includes the normal armor class plus the enchantment bonus. I don't know which one of these are heavy armors or not, it's really hard to say. What we want, is there a Sea Reaver's Scythe? Requires adamantine and a magic scythe. I don't know if that's any good, but it's guaranteed to have something going for it. Again, I don't know if it's any good. The real value of this is twofold. Actually, you can get some special items that might be useful throughout the entire game. More so, if you find magical weapons, I mean, you are going to find the extra ingredients, adamantines and things like that. On their own, they're basically worthless. But if you just happen to find magical items that fit some recipe, you can basically, I think at the cost of 500 gold, significantly increase the value of the item. So it's a way to make extra money. Everything that isn't some kind of armor recipe or the magical scythe is basically something, it produces something that we're just going to sell away. There might be an exception. That exception will be something that has elemental effect. So like extra fire damage or something like that. I don't think the Sea Reaper's Scythe is going to have that. Anyway. At least we have the recipes. We could go around asking for more quests. I think we're good for now. I'd like to go do something. Need 3000 experience to get a level up, that's quite a lot. I think we're better off hiring someone. It's faster. There's no easy way for me to control time, so it's the midnight at the moment. I mean, turn from night to day, for example, so it wouldn't be so dark. I think I'll pay for a warrior of some kind. Dayland Red Tiger. Grax.
Hail-to-ye!
This better be good. I got a fine drink going and the waitress is making eyes much prettier than years. We're gonna get some action. Now you're talking my language. There's one place, Yeah, you look good with a weapon. Just don't let anyone hear about it. It's not supposed to get around. It's a club for fighting. We call it the Gauntlet. If you want action, that's where you go. I can sell you a pass if you want. 50 gold. I'll pay it. Here's your pass. Don't say where you got it, although I doubt they'll ask. Nobody talks about the Gauntlet, but people show up anyway. Board-Laid Bear Tavern is in the Black Lake district. Give the pass to the bartender. Good luck. You'll need it. Dayland Red Tiger. So another half-orc.
Greetings. I see you are not yet infected by the plague that ravages Neverwinter. Among such suffering and misery, we who are not yet afflicted must be grateful for our health.
Who are you? I am Dayland Red Tiger of the Uthgar tribes of the Frozen North. But it has been over a year since I left my people and came to Neverwinter. Now I earn my living as a blade for hire. Okay, can I hire you? I'm looking for a good mercenary to help me in my mission. I am no stranger to battle or bloodshed. I am a warrior with honor. I will not undertake any sinister mission. Had I desired such work, I could have found employment back at the docks. I work for Lady Aribeth. Have been instructed to find several missing creatures that are ingredients for a plague cure. Maribeth's reputation is well known throughout the city. I have no fear your mission will bring dishonor to me. I will work for you if we can agree upon a fair price. I am not one to boast of my own abilities. Its skill and ferocity of the Uthgar tribes are well known throughout the north. I doubt you will find another axeman for hire who is my equal. Since we're both half-orc, I'm willing to cut my normal fee. 150 gold pieces and I am your loyal servant. Welcome aboard. You will not regret this, my lord. My skills are yours to command. Will follow you and perform to the best of my abilities, according to the orders you have given me. Anytime you wish to issue new orders, you only have to speak to me again. There's okay, how good are you really? Level 4, half of barbarian. Is fine. It's fine. Yeah. There is a sort of a companion system, I suppose. Basically, every time we're moved a notch closer to completing this chapter, which is probably counted as fighting a plague cure component, we'll get a new. We can talk about the companion about another subject, and once we got, I think, something like 3 of them. I mean, we can probably talk to him now, then after the first item, probably. But the latest, when we got 3 of the 4 ingredients, we can talk to him about something he'll give us a quest. All the henchmen do it, all do it at the same point, and if you do it, you'll get a henchman item. It's important to, I think, to do them if you want to improve that item. Because in every chapter you get another quest, and if you complete it, the item gets improved. There are a couple that might be useful for us. This item would count as one of those. Then there's a monk. They're not that complicated, especially here, and I'm probably going to do them all, just to get the base items. I don't really recall what they are. Black Lake District, Peninsula, or Docks? Let's go to the Peninsula. That's where the excavation is supposed to be. Don't have to complete it fully, but it might be a good place to go. I have to start wars from somewhere. Gate Captain Kip.
Well met.
If you're going into the peninsula, keep your head up. There's been a prison break and the place is crawling with trouble. How did they escape? Rumor is that Captain Elafin, the head jailer, set them free. Makes no sense to me. He was a good man and ran a tight ship. Are any areas still safe? Cedar Sibyl is the one in charge of the operation. The prisoners have her pretty much penned in, but she managed to secure a headquarters to the southeast. And if you're looking to help, I'd recommend you go see her. She has better information on what's going on than I do. Thanks for the warning. If you do want to thank me, go talk to Cedar Sibyl at the headquarters. We could definitely use your help cleaning up the head jailer's mess. Forlorn woman. Now, is there any point in talking to
Tis
these?
a pleasure to speak with you. Tis a pleasure to speak with you.
No. And I'm not looking through the random containers. I'm not sure I'm going to wait until the end of the chapter to loot them, but I'm certainly not looting them now. I know they're worthless.
Fall before me!
A concrete example would be that you could probably get gold worth a couple gold coins, maybe a gem worth of 7-9 gold. If you do the looting later on, that'll change to gold coins of tens of gold coins and a gem's worth of 100 gold coins. So there's a significant change. What I'm more interested in is the fact that we're not going to get really anything useful if we do it right now. Even later on, even if we don't wait until the end of the chapter, we start to get things like healer's kit, maybe healing potions, useful potions here and there. So they're not exactly super valuable, but they have some actual use. So I'm glad to have them. And if I'm not going to sell them away. Do you have any loots? We just want enough money to be able to buy a magical sky. That's the only amount of money we're really concerned about, and we're gonna get that even if we're not gonna loot anything.
The rage of the Red Tiger unleashed!
Yeah, this is a good combination. We're unlikely to encounter any real trouble. At least not for a while. Miss Dulcime.
I greet you.
Thanks for the help. I was trying to make my way safely home when those brutes found me. Make a drop, please. You'd better go. Keep to the shadows. Thanks. Yeah. She's out. Could have offered to rescue her. Would have tried to rob her. I don't think Dalen would work with us if we drop her. Yes. To the point, I'm not a thief. I'm a mercenary. I have some pride in what I do. I think this is it. This is the excavation.
I greet you.
This area is in the care of the Temple of Tyr. May I inquire as to what you hope to find here? I have been sent here by Olaf to see Briley. Ah, I see. Yes, you seem to have a letter from him. Aren't you one of the new recruits for the city guard as well? A recent academy graduate. I'll make certain that only other city guards are allowed in as well. You make sure that nothing goes wrong while you're here, alright? Right. So, Briley, tell me about the tomb. There are exceptions to my little looting rule. I'm not going back to every little place here to reloot them. So if we're in a specialized place like this, we're definitely taking a look at what the hell we can find. Looting rule is more along the lines of general city areas. There's random loot items there. Riley.
Hail to ye!
Please, only those with the permission of Reverend Judge Olaf Uskar can be here. There's nothing for you to steal anyway. I have a letter from Olaf. He sent me. Thank goodness you're here. The plague has not been kind to our number, but the work of Tyr must still be done. What can you tell me about these tombs? The tomb we are in belongs to Mia's Lasnia Fairblade. It has been her resting place for a good many years, though I don't know exactly how long. She was a trusted friend of Howeth Never, so hopefully this place will hold clues as to where the founder himself is buried. This one is very close to the surface, suggesting it may have been moved at least once in Neverwinter history, but no records tell of it. Did you find any artifacts in here? I don't think so. Of course, I only arrived after the team died of the plague. I hope no one had the gall to disturb their bodies. The journal in the chest may have other information. I was not instructed to read it. So no initiative on your part. Where are the other tombs located? I don't know. Jacob's journal in the chest may say, but I was not instructed to read it, so you may have to examine it yourself. I hope it proves useful. It would be a shame for him to have died without having shared his knowledge. I don't think he's gonna be useful. I'm sure he's a trusted guy, but very little initiative. Ceremonial arrow, shield, and sword. Halueth the Dig Logbook. This book details the initial search for the tomb of Halueth Never. It is unfinished. The writer obviously falling to the plague before he could include many details, but it does point to the possible location of 3 tombs in addition to the one in the Peninsula District. Beggar's Nest, Great Graveyard, Docks District, Northwestern Quarter Aqueducts, Black Lake District, Southwestern Quarter. The directions are vague, but the book does mention that each tomb is likely sealed with a magically protected door. A riddle of some sort is the key to each. The solution to the Peninsula tomb was emerald, which was answered by actually placing an emerald in the container immediately next to the door. It is worth noting that this action seemed to destroy the item, making it an expensive discovery. Text of the emerald riddle on the Peninsula tomb. Diamond of the forest, if the season never changed. I guess there's not much else here. This isn't something that we can really go after directly now. It's something we can do while doing other things. Since we are doing other things, we might as well start with the Peninsula District.
I shall do as you ask. It is done.
It is done indeed. That's a restoration. That would be useful. This will go around murdering people, first and foremost. Mizzenmast Mercantile. And this is the guard. Okay, militia headquarters. Might as well get the quest for the prison here from here. Free gold and gone. Adventuring.
Who are you? And why did the guards let you in here? There's enough trouble in this district without thugs like you. Wait, you aren't new recruits, are you?
Lady Aribert has temporarily assigned me the militia service. Has she now? Well, that's the first bit of welcome news I've heard all day. Who are you? Sidus Sabil of the Neverwinter Militia. I'm in charge of the operation here. And you? I'm called Prick. Very well, Prick it is. Truth be told, we've got our hands full here in the peninsula and could use your help. It's a bit outside standard militia duties, though. What kind of a job? With all the prisoners in the streets, we are stretched to the limit just trying to keep the civilians safe, as if the whaling wasn't enough. What I need is someone to get inside that prison and figure out what the hell is going on down there. Lady Arabets authorized a 300 gold piece bonus to any militia member who can bring me proof that the situation's been resolved. Consider it danger pay. How do you intend to get me into the prison? They're running the prison like a fortress, sending out raiding parties and then retreating back inside. It's been hard to get a hold of them. I think they probably carry keys to get back into the fortress once they've finished looting or whatever. Nobody we've caught had one though. Since you can't bust down the front door, you'll have to find the person with the key. I'd start near the sewers in the southwest of the district. We've seen a number of groups around there. That doesn't seem like a lot of pay for that much work. Perhaps, but the prisoners will likely have stripped the place of any valuables, and you are welcome to keep anything you confiscate from them. Alright, guess I'm your man. Good luck then, and don't forget to report back to me if you manage to resolve whatever the trouble is down there. Fair enough. Seems like a very typical cleanup job at this point. You know, let's just go around murdering people.
I'll slit your throat! Skull!
Well, what experience you get from kills is tied to levels, and I think how many companions you have and whatever. It changes quite drastically on a lot of different things. Quest rewards don't though.
Oh, now you got me, man! A rage of a rule! Now you got me, man!
Oh, come on, are we gonna kill all of them? Well, naturally we're gonna kill all of them. And we were supposed to come here anyway.
Fury.
Oh, a gang leader.
Taste my skin!
A bit more dangerous enemy. Still barely injured. Jesus Christ.
For the Oath Gods! Spill your guts!
300 experience points from killing the man. First, proper honing. Gauntlet of Sundingness. Probably useless. Most equipment is fairly worthless at this point. It's not because we're low level, it's because the items are tiered so heavily based on experience. That's one of the reasons why I would like very much so to actually buy something decent in this chapter. Because if we're going to get something decent,
Everyone follow me and see how it's done!
it's because we actually bought it, it's not because we found it. There's no chance of finding anything really good in this game. Later on, there's a slight chance, but overall, it's either scripted to be there or it's something we buy or make ourselves. So this isn't a good game for random loot and interesting finds.
He walks away!
Another gang leader.
Don't just stand there! Taste my savage fury!
Oh crap.
Nobody walks away!
It's a fairly good fighter. We're gonna take this. Not as good as the guy outside though. I think he was a rogue as a class. That's why he got a sneak attack on us. Prison key. Excellent. Might as well rest. It's a full heal for us, though, and it doesn't last that long. Healing items are more for if you want to or need to heal in the heat of combat. There are exceptions, but that's
Yes.
more or less.
Is there
No,
something
no,
else?
no. I don't want to talk to you. We might as well run around and clean up the entire place. Yeah,
Skull cleaver!
it's valuable experience. I don't like this sort of design in general, where sort of getting the necessary level ups you need, it goes through cleaning up huge amount of trash from the streets. These are totally pointless.
For the Oath Guards!
There's really very little interesting happening in fights like this anyway. There's no real tactical considerations. You're just walking through, beating the shit out of people, and it treats certain classes unequally too. Because this is not much of a problem for a warrior. Nothing you do is really tied to any kind of limited use, while this can be very taxing for a spellcaster.
For the Oath Guards!
Constant resting, basically.
By Uthgar's blood!
It is done.
I think all the official campaigns are like this though, to some extent. Some little more thought might go into the actual fighting scenarios, but more or less you level up through trash fights. The importance of this will diminish as the game goes along, because you simply start getting experience from enemies like these. You'll get a few points, but in a situation where you start to get hefty experience point sums from completing quests, and you keep getting something like 3 to 6 experience points per kill, in the importance of finishing quests becomes much more important. Here we probably get something like 100-150 experience points from a quest, maybe a few hundred. That's something we're gonna get constantly from normal fights here. So at the moment it's all about the kills. I very much prefer quest-focused experience. Especially since this is a role-playing game. So a quest-focused experience point system is much better for certain classes. So if you do it quest-focused, no matter what type of class a guy plays, it's all good. You're not gonna be left. Ooh, well, we're dead. You can't exactly make someone focused on non-combat things in a game like this. If you had quest focus or progress focused experience, you could do a lot of non-combat focused builds. I think, for maybe even more importantly, just hacking down like dozens and dozens of these trash opponents that are in small loose groups of no real importance. It's not exactly exciting in any way. You don't call them trash mobs for nothing. A different approach, and you could basically have fewer fights, sure, but at the same time they could be more dangerous, more meaningful, more tactical, because you wouldn't have to care about how much experience you get from them. Here you're sort of forced to trickle a lot of enemies all over the place simply because people need their level ups. But they need to kill a certain number of creatures, a certain power level before that happens. It's one of the reasons I chose to be a warrior. Simply because for a warrior it doesn't really matter. Dozen guys, 5 dozen guys, doesn't matter. They're trash, they're always easy to take care of, and quick. Tanglebrook Key. Well, that's a bad habit. It has to be the Tanglebrook Estate Key. Well, since we're here, we might as well take a look. Stink Beetle. Stairs down.
I shall do as you ask. It is done.
Yeah, we don't exactly need lock pickers. We need traps are another matter. Even to us, traps can be deadly. And if we don't have a thief in the group, there's not much we can do. Lady Tanglebrook's journal. Everyone is dead. All I have left is my cousin Alefin, the head jailer. He has been so good to me in the past, even building a tunnel between his office and the estate, so I could visit him without running at the risk of actually walking the dangerous peninsula streets. How fortuitous that these same tunnels now protect me from exposure to the plague. I'm going to meet with him later today, for I know a good game of chess shall cheer me up from this spiteful malaise into which I have fallen. That was odd. I thought I heard something crashing around downstairs, but when I went down there was nothing. Must have been rats. Oh, I hate living alone. I shall visit my cousin at once. Why would I take this journal? I don't want to carry around extra crap. There's a minor risk that we are gonna leave behind something we're gonna need later, but I don't want to drag a lot of these items around. I'll take it though. I think we're gonna start dumping these or selling them in the temple, because that's where we can always return with the Stone of Recall. So if we need something later, it's easy to find. But we don't have to go all over the map and city to hunt them down. Ah, shit. Dazed, nothing too dangerous.
Don't
We just
stand
can't
there.
fight.
Crack some heads.
Okay, this is troublesome.
Okay, everyone follow me.
I shall do as you
Don't
ask.
just stand there. Crack some head.
Attack! One of the biggest negatives of the AI is we can't really change them anyway. So a fighter that is very good at killing stuff could easily be trapped in some kind of healing cycle where where it heals less than it's taking damage, but because it's injured it keeps on healing instead of actually just killing the attacker away. This is trapped. Yeah. Just load. Oh, lovely. This probably won't last too long. Traps are more or less... Ooh, Celestial Elixir. That has to be a quest item.
I shall do as you ask.
Everything designed in this game is sort of a... has that generic game design feel. Like... everything's all over the place. Same with the traps and other equipment. It's one dagger. I'm sort of reluctant to go here though. In general, I think we need to try to get a magical weapon as soon as possible. I'm very worried about that. The creatures we're going after might have significant damage resistance. Thanks to us using a Sky though, we can get around that. That's still something that's going to be a problem. With a magical weapon we might be able to bypass that resistance. Yeah, the generic placing of everything, because there's very little hand built stuff. There's sort of a categories of things. Certain chests, for example, are easily recognizable that they're always trapped. There's a few, the cheaper ones rarely are, and they generally have no loot worth note. Locked ones aren't always trapped, but quite often they are. And if it's a gigantic chest that has burn marks around it, it's always trapped. Without probably a deadly trap. The problem I have with this is because of the companion system is fairly limited, there's a good chance you don't have a thief in your group. So it's a real pain to deal with these heavily trapped systems. I think this is one of them. Ooh, Lady Tanglebrook. Two-bladed sword. There is a large hole in the side of Lady Tanglebrook's skull. The contents having been violently removed. Whatever caused this, it wasn't the Wailing Death. Two-bladed sword, magical, excellent. Every area the pawns threaten is trapped. That's easily avoided though. Yeah, and huge amount of containers all over the place, but the loot is always the same generic loot. I'd rather take 1/10 of the container amount and have something worthwhile in those to pick up in those fewer containers. It would save about a lot of time. Every opening is a sort of I think a dice roll basically on what you're gonna find on your leveled loot table.
Ooh, now you got me.
Only some of the better chests have any real chance of producing something worthwhile.
Taste my savage
Even then,
fury!
it's chance based. There's some chests that have static loot, but I don't think there's all that many of them. Usually it's some kind of a random chest loot. Fire beetle bellies. Not interested. Mages might have some interest in them. Not for us though. Okay, we're in the prison, and it looks like a fairly large map area.
I'm gonna rip your head off and
Well, we have at least 2 magical weapons now. So even if they aren't my focus weapons, they're still weapons that could bypass magical resistance. Still, I think we don't want to go too deep here.
I shall do as you ask.
I'm gonna Bayuthkar's blood! What's wrong with this thing? Don't just stand there! Crack some
Can't do
heads!
physical damage on them. We'll probably need anything that does elemental damage. I think I want to get out of here. We have about 1000 gold, we have a couple of magical weapons, we have some random loot. What I hope is we have enough to actually just buy our magical scythe. I have a fairly good recollection where we might get a piece of adamantine, which means we could get our special
I shall do as you
scythe produced. Might not be good, but it would be something. It's probably something we'll use for some time. Prison logbook. We guards are beginning to question Captain Elephant's sanity. He has been out of sorts ever since he went to visit with his cousin, Lady Tanglebrook. The prisoners grow restless. Someone has unlocked the prisoners, and the cursed Captain Elephant is nowhere to be found. We have had prison breaks before, but this is serious. I don't know if we'll be able to keep it under control. This your pretty book, guards? Whoever reads this, we prisoners killed half your stupid guards and locked the rest away where they belong. Long live the head jailer, and may the wailing get the rest of ya. Copper necklace.
Yes? Is there some...
Never mind.
Get him! Don't just stand there!
Ooh, we're in trouble.
Crack!
7 hit points. And this would be door outside. We'll definitely return there. Definitely. But I do want, if I can, get the weapon upgrade. If we're lucky, we might even get a level up before we meet whatever down in the depths of that jail. Then +1 guide would do it. We don't have to find the adamantine yet. I didn't pay attention to if this guy actually has magical weapons or not. He doesn't. Crap. Still. Yeah, just sell them all. Not going to. No, I shouldn't have sold them. Shit. Well, the dagger probably is a safe sell, but bladed sword could be used for a recipe. And if we sell them, we're sort of giving up on that recipe. Might not have the money now anyway to buy what we need. I think I know where we can find a shopkeeper willing to sell magical equipment, I mean magical weapons. And that would be the Docks district. I think I want to try to find out if that's true. I'll hold on to these magical weapons. We need one per type. I'm pretty sure this is one. Uthgar ceremonial two-bladed sword requires ironwood and a magic two-bladed sword. There are other recipes that require ironwood, but you never know what kind of weapons you're gonna get because it's all random. So we might as well try to hold on to the weapons we do get. We're pretty much going to use the recipes immediately, if we have an available weapon, that is. We're looking for a specific shop here.
Get 'em!
Muggers and ruffians. Smuggler's coins. I think I know where we need to go. There should be a shop somewhere in the northern part of this district.
Ooh! Now you got me mad! Don't just stand there! Crack some heads!
Auction announcement. This document details an auction to be held in the City Tavern in the Docks district. It does not reveal exactly what will be for sale, but it does seem to suggest that anyone interested in surviving the plague should attend. It also mentioned that anyone bringing this to the attention of the city guard will be dealt with in, and I quote, a manner that suggests finality. The seal at the bottom is apparently that of the Blood Sailors, a group of pirates. There is a map on the back of that shows the whole of the Docks district. CD Tavern is one of the larger buildings to the northern edge. CD Tavern. Yeah, we want to go to the 20 a quiver. Oh shit. Are you really charging them?
Okay, everyone follow me.
I shall do as you
see
ask.
how it's done.
I think smugglers' coins are basically worthless, but they can be traded to some items directly. So in that sense, they do have value for us. Farewell.
Can I help you?
Welcome to my humble store. Before we continue, I draw your attention to my guards and my many warding devices. I hold nothing against those that make their living as thieves, but I will not be a target. I need to make a living too. Tell me what you've got. Yes, this guy sells magical equipment. Both armor and weapons. Like of holding 3,400 and can't afford it. Okay, I need to see what the magical sky is worth anyway. 2,500. We need 500 more. 350 more. Yeah, we would get it if we just sell the blade. Take it. And we have our weapon. So, that's more or less all I wanted from this place. We're back in the Hall of Justice, so I think I'll end here for now. I do want to dump some of the journals and whatever's. The rest might have some use. So, what I'm thinking of doing next is to try to see if we can get this guide upgrade. That would require us to get adamantine. There's one place I'm pretty sure has one piece of adamantine. And that is if we try to go towards the Black Lakes district. There's an area called No Man's Land between that and this place. And there we can find one piece. Now I think we're gonna go for that. If we get that, it might not be all that amazing of a weapon, but it's probably the best thing we can hope for the entire chapter at least. So yeah, if the sooner we can get it, the more it'll be useful. Usually these tend to have secondary abilities like that have a difficulty class you have to resist that is fairly low, meaning they'll only be really at their best against low level enemies. So if we can get one now, it might make a significant difference in how difficult we have against some opponents. If we get it later on, I don't think it will make much of a difference anymore. So now or never.